Yo, 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 yo. This is another dumbass podcast. It's your boy Germ Life. Clapping. I'm in here again.
Turn up in this bitch.
That's right, that's right.
Germ Life.
I got my co-host over here.
29. That nigga got the Undertaker Paul Bearer voice. He's 29.
And we got the director, the producer, and the multimedia company, man. Buck TV.
In this biatch.
We coming back again, talking about these rappers again. That's what we're doing today.
Fresh out the gym, man. These niggas changed the time on the nigga and shit. Like, I thought I had time to go home and get my shit together. Like, hey, bro, time got pushed up a whole hour. Hurry your ass up. Busy
day, man. Busy day.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start off talking about my boy Natalie. Huh?
Pimp of the city.
Stepdaddy, Superman, Pepe.
Yeah.
Take care of your kids. Better than they daddy. Respect me.
Natalie?
Yeah. you did that video of
stacks.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Gotta go get more stacks.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that nigga a legend. That's gonna be my boy forever, huh?
Yeah, hey, Nat put a nigga in that truck game now. He the first nigga I seen, like, even though my brother was in that shit, that me not really paying attention back then because I was so knee deep in this entertainment shit. That was the nigga getting them racks for real, man, with that truck shit. Bro.
What he had did, he brought a bag of money from the bank to do that video stacks.
Oh, yeah. He like, hey, yo, Big A, nigga, come on, let's go. Let's go to the bank. I'm like, what you about to do, nigga? Just come on.
Like that.
And this before the Buck TV shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga about to knock this shit up.
I know.
But this before the Buck TV shit. This was like, you know, A-frame, Big A.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about A-frame.
Nigga with the camera type shit. This nigga. Yeah, this nigga had me filming with the first little HD shit with the tape. I'm like, this nigga up in the bank. I'm like, these niggas might think we trying to rob this bitch, boy. Like, what the fuck
real
doing?
duffel bag full of money.
With a suit on and shit, and a hat and black shades, and a nigga with a camera, like.
That's what they used. That's what they should have used for the B-roll.
Yeah, like the shit niggas do now. You see a nigga recording with the phone, like, nigga. That's how I was with a big ass camera filming this nigga. Like,
yeah,
I was like, yo. Crackers, like,
I'm trying to remember where y'all did that at.
In the Met.
I know. I'm talking about. I was trying to remember the place because I thought I had came there that day.
Oh, well, that you talking about one of the club scenes?
The one when y'all had the money out.
What video was this for?
Stacks.
Name of the video is Stacks.
Natalie Stacks.
Gotta go and get more stacks.
Hell, now that hell, bro. That hell, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
They got them. What's the name of that shit used to be on BET?
Oh, Uncut.
Yeah, the Uncut.
Yep, he the first rapper that from here that did the BET Uncut that I know of.
Hey, nigga, I was home. You know that shit used to come on late at night.
Yeah.
And I see my name pop up, directed by Big A.
Man, that was kind of hard.
Like, boy, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was kind of hard.
Oh, BET.
And he had the pimp of the city on that.
Nigga, you couldn't tell me shit. That nigga Big A.
Yeah.
On BET.
That was probably what? How many videos you had shot by that time?
Nigga, I don't remember.
Oh, okay,
I was just
what else Big A did? What else Big A was a part of? Was Big A a part of the Columbia?
No.
Columbia, you talking about my boy Big Paw?
Big Paw, no.
No. Hey, but Big Paw was...
yeah, that's Big Paw.
Yep. Okay. Big Paw was one of the first people to shoot videos up here, though, bro.
No.
He was a part of the wood.
Hey, I got some real shit, right? I found some old ass videos. They on YouTube. Before, I didn't even know Big Paw was rapping it before. I just found that shit out.
He was the woodsman.
Yeah. See, I didn't know he was a rapper, but when I was around here shooting videos back in 08, 09, he was in a behind the scene video. And then, like, shortly after that, I left. That's when I moved from the Met. I think 09, 2010 or some shit. But then he started fucking with the videos. Because the only person was shooting videos in the Met was me.
Oh, okay. I thought Paul was shooting videos.
Nah, he wasn't shooting videos yet. And then there was 5DZ.
Okay, DZ had his run.
Yeah, 5DZ, because by the time I got to the city, ain't been really shit. I ain't trying to discredit nobody from what I know, right? Because I came in, I'm green, I don't know nobody, but I knew I'm becoming the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Let my presence be felt, you feel me? So I came in, boom, just running up shit all over the place, every club, shooting niggas videos, and like I say, everybody started stepping their shit up when they say, like, who the fuck is Buck TV? Where this nigga from?
Savani.
Oh yeah, Savani good.
Like
I
you
mess
say,
with Savani.
Fire
Oh,
DZ, Big Paul,
see, you talking about a whole nother
Big A.
era.
I'm kind of giving like the overall like who was in the
Direct the field.
Yeah. Now, as far as like overall, yeah, there's a bunch of niggas. What is nigga Blazing Photos? He was around but he was just doing pictures at the time when I was doing the shit. He was getting into the video shit. Like now
You said who he is?
Blazing Photos.
Where he from?
He from Jersey, but he was in the Met
Columbia?
for a while. Yeah, Columbia.
Okay.
Yeah. There was another.
Let's respect the shooter.
Yeah. That's his tag shit. But when they started popping, they started popping after I left.
Oh, okay. Word.
You feel me? I moved to Charlotte.
Yeah.
So they, this is their territory now. You feel me?
Okay, word.
And see, you kind of gotta. We kind of have to mention like a lot of people consider it the Carolinas and.
You talking about North Carolina, South Carolina? Yeah.
Because it's separate, but it's kind of like one and the same too. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different world as far as like geographical purposes, right? Because you here and there. Right. But when you go to each place, like if you spend time in the North Carolina and then time in South Carolina, like I did, I know the difference and the similarities. You feel me? But I get what you're saying. Like even with the fucking sports team, the Carolina Panthers, not North Carolina Panthers and South Carolina Panthers. That shit is together.
And that's how it should be though.
Like Juice, AJ, he got a setup in North Carolina. It's based in Charlotte. But a lot of the personnel he has are from South Carolina. Right with money, producing. Then you just got the overall studio. Audio box. See, I know the history on that too. People don't know that. Before AJ came up there, it was owned by like Mike. Everybody know this guy named Mike, right? He was the guy for Audio Box. But even behind the scenes of that, I know the investors who helped put that shit together. Like that. This was years before he came into
AJ
the
came.
Where is Audio Box at? That's in Charlotte.
That's on South Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
I forgot the exact
address.
address.
It's a nice ass studio.
Fuck yeah, that's state of that shit been state of the art, nigga. 8-9 years ago.
It's
like
one
that.
of them places people like, oh yeah, I'm going there when I'm in Charlotte.
The boy, the baby recorder.
Everybody
from fucking North Carolina come to Audio Box. I got footage.
Look, and that's kind of like how he like him being in the picture of when he took off and being with Jetson, Audio Box. This is where DZ was. DZ was kind of like in this picture with the
DZ
Jetson. Yeah.
Okay.
The Jetson.
Oh,
this
Jetson,
is the sound.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is the sound.
Yeah.
So he took the sound and kind of crafted it into his own, because he talented. He can take words but he took the sound, the Jetson sound.
Okay.
The Jetson sound is here. That's South Carolina.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of like a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah, it's definitely mainstream and it sounds good.
So with the producers, I'm telling you, it's like a whole it's layers of this shit that make all of this shit how it is now.
Okay,
and then where it then came from.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why would it be a difference if it came from North or South Carolina if it blends together?
What's the question?
Like, why would it make a difference if the production comes from South Carolina, and the artists come from North Carolina?
It depends on who you ask. I didn't
say No, I'm just asking
it is really like I said, the Carolinas.
Exactly. That was a perfect.
That's a perfect joint combination. Like niggas come together. Whether it's the artist from South Carolina produce from North Carolina or vice versa. Because as a song, nigga, a producer and an artist make the one record that you hear. You know, you listening to the vocals and
then
the audio.
You know why it's not necessarily meshing together and going together, because people not putting it together. Like for instance, when I'm talking about like the baby and just everything going on in North Carolina, you're not really seeing people mention South Carolina. When you talk about and you talk to North Carolina, it's just North Carolina shit going on.
But you know, when I didn't mean to cut you, right? I just want to say this. The main thing about producers, they don't never get that shine like that. They do and they don't. You got to kind of be like Metro Boomin. You got to be tuned in to.
And that's probably one of the last people that got they shine
Yeah,
from that.
like he
ain't nobody else been like.
Now as far as
super popular like that.
producers are known, like especially industry wide or you know since the past, I want to say 10 years now.
Mm-hmm. But they ain't as relevant as
with
they
their
was
tags,
like
See, and
mustard
that's-
on the beat.
See,
Metro
that's
Boomin once a month.
That's how
what's-
Nation did what he did. He kind of changed the game with the engineering side of it.
Nah. Check it.
With the branding part, too.
This some. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know where it came from originally, but I know Atlanta engineers been doing that shit. So Nation from the A.
See, and that's just
He
like
from the A?
He from Atlanta.
That's just like
Oh,
somebody
okay.
doing something 1st, and then a bunch of other people do it, and then you forget where it came from. I didn't know where it came
Nah,
from. I
that-
know Nation
it-
is the person that made it.
Around this area.
relevant for you.
Yeah.
No, for an engineer to put a tag on his.
But he got it from them. That's the Atlanta niggas play. He from Atlanta, so
Right,
all them top engineers in Atlanta.
Hold on, you talk about like when he say
I mix Nation for real.
But then you can't say that because you had Just Blaze and that was back in '90s.
No, that just
That's
Blaze.
a
was a
tag.
producer.
Yes,
And that's a
dope.
producer, right?
Those
No.
are different things.
So
Oh, he's the engineer.
He's the
My bad, my
engineer.
bad.
So
Yeah,
so
right.
this
Okay,
the thing.
okay.
This why
So
that
he don't
shit.
make beats.
This why that shit came about. He do, but not for the ones that you hear when when you hear his tag. He was just an engineer.
Oh,
this
okay.
this the thing, right? Just like I was saying, how the producers don't get that shine, the engineers don't get that shine either. Because
Nobody but the artists. Get shine.
and that's why engineers started putting their tag because they make the mix sound good.
Right.
They make that beat hit. The producer just organize and put arrange the music, right? The engineer mixing that shit, doing the little reverse shit, dropping out the music, bringing it back, doing all this shit. So they're like, damn, nigga, like, yeah, I'm just getting paid to mix, but nigga, like, you sounding this good, people fucking with your sound because my mixing technique.
Right.
The artist, it's the artist, the producer, the label.
See, that's a perfect example.
Then the engineer is like,
but it's still a perfect example of staying in your lane.
yeah. But you know how to, I get it though. You know what I'm saying? Like your craft, you done mastered how to mix sounds and shit like to perfection. Cause I'm in that business, so I get it.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking nobody for getting their recognition.
Right.
So, like shit, and they throwing the tags in there, I fuck with it.
Right.
Producers, engineers, shit, the graphic designers, the video directors, like, niggas be like, yo, nigga, I'm a part of this movement too.
Yeah.
I definitely been a part of the video side where I'm making motherfuckers look good and don't get no type of recognition. Niggas will take my tag off or post the shit and don't tag me. And like, nigga, ain't nobody never heard of your
a lot of
monkey
that.
ass until they seen the video or they seen your other video and be like, okay, you just another nigga. They see some shit I did, like, oh shit. You watching this shit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you another good engineer that people don't give a lot of credit to is Mo Beats.
Definitely Mo Beat.
Mo Beats,
You know Mo Beat?
No, I remember Mo Beats.
Yeah.
Again,
Say she
Mo
want a
Beat-
thug, nigga.
Mo
My
Beats
boy.
was around like I think kind of like the end of when Piezo was doing his stuff with
The
Back
beginning.
then, yeah.
The
No,
beginning, really.
yeah, the beginning too, but he kind of still had some motion going on, like in the transition to
Talk about rapping.
what was going on next.
Yeah.
in the like with the sound of Carolina and all the stuff that came.
Right. See, Mo Beats was
came
always
after.
making beats. He wasn't really, and he was, man, that man was heavy.
Super trap.
Superman. Hey, look, that fool was the king of man in homes. That's
Yeah,
my dog,
yeah.
bro. And
Hey.
then you know one thing about him, though, right? When he did that, man, I'm talking about Rob Lowe, his cousin. Man, used to always tell him, man, why you ain't rapping? Why you ain't rapping? Man, he just didn't even care. And then all of a sudden, he pop out with that song with Trina.
Yeah.
Trina, that was the song.
Man,
Yeah.
Mo Beats. I ran into Mo Beats and DJ Effect.
Yep,
Like-
that's who they used to roll with, DJ Effect. Yep.
Man, years ago, bro, like early 2000.
Yeah.
These niggas are the epitome of grinding.
I'm telling you.
Was DJ
When I-
Effects with Cannon Bannon?
Yeah,
and-
them the niggas with them rap
Right.
fans.
This is when everybody was doing the mixtapes. If you was from here and you did a mixtape, you did a mixtape with Cannon Bannon, DJ Dice,
Dice and
DJ Effects.
Yep.
And them the three. Though, that shit go deep, bro. Like when these fucking rappers get the money up or whatever, however they get their shit and they ready to start investing, these monkey ass niggas run to Atlanta. When these the niggas you supposed to be investing in, DJ Effect, DJ Cannon Bannon, DJ Dice.
Yeah.
Them the niggas, dog. Like them, when I say they distribution game was heavy, and
Super heavy.
this the shit that Twin D was on. I seen this shit with my own eyes. Like
Yep.
I'm in the wood. I'm from the sticks, right?
Right.
Country town, cornfields and all that type of shit.
They from Manning and all that shit.
So exactly, but I'm from a whole like about 2 hours, 3 hours from the niggas, right?
I'm talking about sticks.
I'm looking in the stores, them little Indian stores. On the front of as soon as you walk in at the register, you see the fucking mixtapes, right? And you see the numbers. The numbers say Atlanta. I ain't trying to get y'all spill y'all game and shit, but I apologize. You feel me? But these niggas would have their fucking number on there that say it's an Atlanta number, like a Google Voice number or some shit, right?
Oh, for real?
But it's them niggas.
Like that.
Yeah, but they got you, the
they got
perception.
You psyched out on that,
yeah,
though.
thinking these some Atlanta niggas got their shit out here. Like, man, these niggas got, man, when I say they street distribution so heavy, like.
Yeah, they was cold with it.
Man, if you get any artist out there, I don't give a fuck how big you think you is or how much money you got, small or big, like they'll work with your budget, nigga. You get your money, go to DJ Effect, DJ Cannonball, DJ Dice. These the niggas that'll push your shit.
And that shit was popping.
And when you talking about really like getting out there, like reaching people, groundwork, these the niggas. Internet work, them the niggas.
I remember we
used to go to Atlanta, like not knocking the A. I fuck with. I got a bunch of niggas in the A, but I'm like, nigga, we got that shit over here. These niggas got the street network on lock, but niggas don't see that. They only see the flashy shit.
But PAs are we used to go to the club with them all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like I know that for sure.
Yeah, if you been out there, you ran into them niggas everywhere. With them vans. They had vans and everything. Come on, man. Still got them.
See, I feel like Atlanta is kind of like just as close to here, and not location wise, like geographically, but like it's still close to here just as much as Charlotte is. Cause like you say, people go from here and go there to try to find a spark in what they doing. Back and forth with like just like you say, the game and how stuff is done. It's a lot of similarities because we so close to each other. Like people there have family here, people here have family there. Like it's really one and the same.
You know, it's crazy that you brought up Atlanta. I forgot about Jim Star. Y'all remember Jim Star, the Golden Child?
He from Atlanta?
Nah, but he went and got his. He went and got
Marvelous, right?
Marvelous. But Jim Star had his first mixtape was with DJ Drama. He had one of the first mixtapes with DJ Drama.
Gangsta Grill.
Did both of them ended up signing? Didn't they sign with Rockefeller at one point in time?
Yeah, I think something like that. I ain't talking about Rock Nation.
Rock Nation.
Yeah, I think they did do something with it. Talking about him and Marvelous. I don't know for sure, but yeah, but they be snapping though.
Now this is the thing that I gotta explain because we gonna go into like a transition with like some of the current stuff that's going on now, like with what he said, having to run around and go other places, go deal with. You could deal with familiar people in a place here where you ain't gotta go nowhere. Just developing the system. All you need is a system. Everything is in place. You have stuff with marketing. Social media is like, nigga, that's media. You don't even need nothing else besides social media. You can do what you doing with just social media if that's the way you want to market what you doing. But you have engineers, you got producers.
Everything here.
Everything. Anything you
the
want to
main thing is not to
here.
be biased, man. Just work with who you can work with, man. Like, don't be biased. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
It's like, you know, say like in real estate, right? When a tactic of buying a house, you need your team, you need your lawyer, you need your real estate, and agent and
bank,
the bank, your lenders and shit. Same thing with your music career, right? You need a system, you need a team to put together. You need your producer, you need your engineer, you need your marketing nigga, you need your video nigga. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand who's the who, how to recruit, and you need a budget. You have to operate like a real fucking business,
allow them to do their job. Allow them to do their job.
And
don't step in the way of their job.
Don't get that universal nigga who can do everything. Like, get a nigga who specialize in this, a nigga who specialize in that. Now they boom, get a nigga who can work this podcast shit. Like y'all niggas done step y'all shit up. Y'all know how to work this shit.
Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's in different stages of their career. If like this is something that you taking serious, Speaker Knockers was and it was a short time span that he made an influential like mark on, because like it's a lot of people that
he probably would have super pop. He probably would have Superman pop, that boy.
Till this day, that nigga.
He's the generation with Young Dolph and all these. Like if you remember Young Dolph, first piece of work he put together, he had Speaker Knockers work on that. Like Dolph came here and he kind of went on his little southeastern run trying to figure stuff out with who to work with and who to do whatever he was doing with. Speaker Knockers was one of them first people he was doing that shit.
Damn, that's some good history right there.
Nah, on some G shit. And just like you mentioned, Dolph, right? Traveling. Yeah, we know trap niggas got money, but he still understood you gotta move.
Yep.
Even if you don't have that budget like that, nigga, if your ass working, nigga, put some money in the gas tank, go to a different city each month.
Promote yourself.
A good example of, because it's a mind state. You can have a local mind state and be going everywhere. Or you can have a worldwide mind state and still be in the same place doing what you're doing. But the thing is to have a worldwide mind state no matter what. The first, like, just one of the indicators of a local mind state, like expecting for people who you know to support you. Like, that ain't even anything you should be thinking about along the lines of doing whatever it is you're doing. Just do what you're doing. Be good at what you're doing. Perfect your craft. And then, like, people have no choice but to support what you're doing, especially the people who you fuck with and know.
But you still got to get out of here. You want to do shows. If you're a rapper, if you're an entertainer any kind of way, you're going to have to do a show. Yep. You're going to have to do an appearance. You're going to have to get out of here. You're going to have to do more.
Get your monkey ass up and move.
It ain't no getting around it. You can't be in Columbia and think you're going to blow up on the West Coast. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Unless you take your ass over there and network.
Because guess what? They're going to be like, oh, man, I might want to get you on the show. Boom, I'm going to pay you this to come here. What, you going to just sit there and say, I ain't going because I can do it on the internet.
Yeah,
you can't do that. You're going to always have to get out here and get your money for real.
Adapt.
Now, with the way the world is, right, and what I done seen transpire over the last few years, it's really possible to be in a situation where it ain't no fucking shows going on. So
it is.
You have to kind of be well-rounded with doing this shit now. Like, you have to kind of cover all your bases. Like, have contingency plans. If this happened, you need to do this, X, Y, and Z. Just have a plan in place. Like, take what you're doing serious.
That's all it is, plan. Like, that was the key ingredient in any fucking thing you do. Plan, nigga.
Yeah, and sometimes plans get interrupted, but still playing around.
Still playing around. Plan for the worst, plan for the best, nigga. Like, backup plan.
Don't feel bad because you fail.
What's the exit plan?
Right. Because you feel bad because you fail. Because at least you tried.
If you fail, guess what? If this don't work, nigga, I know do this immediately.
You tried, though.
Like, that's the next step. Oh, that didn't work. All right, go this way and come back. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know how many people it is people done forgot about that did music and don't do it anymore? It's plenty of people that do it, and there's plenty of people that's gonna be forgetting about. Now, we in a different era of music, like how people consume music, how music is being presented to people, just everything. So we got like new artists. Like, it's kind of like the third generation to me. I was kind of like within the first generation. Not saying that was the beginning, just kind of like how I seen it. The first generation, Piezo, like you say, Jim Star, AJ, Big Paul, Speaker Knockers. All these are kind of like the first generation. Then you move on to the Deezys, the Sips, the Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we're in a new space.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you about that though. Now, even still, that's a new space, but that space was started by Armor G. He was probably the first one that put up a flag album.
Yeah, you talking about like. I'm
just giving you an example, like like how that started. So before that, you ain't had nobody with those. Nobody wasn't banging on no. I'm talking about around here in our area. But nobody banging on no album but him. He put that G-Related 1 album, and then he put that 2 out with Blood, Crips, and folks. Now, fast forward now. What all these rappers
the nigga bringing all that shit
together.
Yeah, it's funny, like, you know, when we used to do them shows with Piezo and shit. And that's when I met Armor and shit.
That nigga would not get on stage and rap or do shit.
Hey, look, I ain't know who bro was, but I know this nigga was like some important nigga around this bitch. Like,
he was just
everybody
super smart.
respected this nigga, and the way he moved with composure,
right,
and shit. Like, we used to, move into, in the van, getting out the way, like this nigga was on his shit,
militant,
Tupac
shit, man. We was like that since 14 and up.
Yeah, and you gotta think, Nick, I peeped everything. I'm the camera nigga. Niggas think I'm just recording. Nigga, I'm watching every fucking thing too.
Yeah,
I'm from that place where, nigga, you better watch the fuck out. You know,
right.
Like, nigga, ain't shit sweet. And we going in the country and we going to different territory, nigga. So you gotta be on your shit. And that nigga was on his shit. And I peeped that shit. And even to this day, I look at like, this nigga's still the same nigga.
He been militant like that ever since I known him, bro.
You can see it with how some of the people who, like Rex, you got PG, Rex, PG, Count Up, Rock Out, these are some of the people that are in the now generation. The what's going on now. And these are kind of like the representations of what's going on here. My thing is, and I don't know I don't know nobody's personal situation. And I'm speaking like that. I want to speak like that. Like, I don't know nobody's personal situation. We have to step things up on a different level. Like, with us being in the stage that we at now, we need to step stuff up on a different level. We need to show people we don't necessarily need the support of anything outside of the Carolinas.
When you say show people, you talking about like industry shit?
Just the industry, because I feel like where we're at now, one, you don't necessarily need a label. You don't need to go run to the Universals, to the Motowns, to the X, Y, and Z. Like, some of these people are doing this stuff without labels. So with all of the motion that's going on here, with what everybody does, the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, we need to be able to put together a system that everybody can funnel what they're doing through. And I ain't talking about nobody being bigger than another person. It's more so about having the system in place. So if you need to do something as an artist here, you can go to the system to have it done. I don't give a fuck if you got $5 to do what you're doing. Long as you got a plan, a vision, and some goddamn some ambition, you got a place to come to do it.
The main thing, the first thing to start with is just supporting each other. If you could just start with that at first,
even
supporting each other, like all them people that he named, if all them boys still support each other album when they out like that, that'll be a start to getting this shit straight.
I say,
and fans,
I say it's more, that's a part of it, right?
That's a start.
But I man, you got like a long line of like personal trauma you got to get through with these niggas, dog. So even just saying that part, I've been hearing that shit for 20 years.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because they can't get past the bullshit.
What's the bullshit?
The bullshit is personal problems. You having a personal grudge against somebody or a personal anything against somebody. Because listen, man, in life everything gets messed up. But like we would talk about the Jews, they make sure they feed each other, regardless if they like each other or not.
Let me ask you a question,
we have to
John.
stick to that.
Let me ask you a question, John.
Okay.
If you had a job, right? Because this is like supposed to be their job,
right,
or their career. If you had a career and you had a job, if you went to work one day and you got into it with somebody at your job, right? The next day comes around, would you not go to work because of the situation that you got into it with somebody at work?
No, I'm going to work.
So this is kind of like how I feel like everybody should be looking at. They should be looking at this shit like a job.
Exactly.
Everybody should be trying to handle their business. Like, none of the personal shit. See, and that's kind of like a question for individuals too. I think these are kind of the kind of questions you need to ask these artists. Like, can you do business with somebody who you don't personally get along with? You feel me? As somebody who's trying to work with an artist, I'm going to ask this kind of shit. How do you feel about you not? Because it gives you an understanding of what you can expect from this person if you're asking that kind of shit.
You got to think, if it's some personal shit, that's something different, right? But
Right.
just if you don't know this motherfucker, why you don't like him? Just cause this nigga get more attention than me, or he got more bitches than me, or he got more. Bro, if you intimidated by any of those things, you need to find something else.
You
to
done
do.
lost already.
Yeah. Like I never trip about nigga. If I'm in a room and if I want to demand presence, nigga, I know how to do it without making a lot of fucking noise.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because I'm coming in there. If I'm coming in a room, I'm gonna get the attention or do business with the people I need to do business with. Everybody in that room don't need to know who the fuck I am. You feel me? And niggas need to know what are you doing, what you doing for? Like, what's your purpose? You feel me? Why we doing business together? You know, niggas just doing shit just because they see somebody else doing.
I think people be being a little bit unrealistic about a lot of shit. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody had a situation going on, and they made a comment and said, "Well, if I'm a snitch, why ain't I dead yet?" The first thing I thought was, people aren't killing people who snitch anymore. One of the reasons is so many people that's telling.
And cameras.
That's the second thing I was
bad.
finna say.
I apologize.
Shit is not the first.
No, that's the second thing I was finna say. So you got a lot of people telling, then you got so much shit to where if you do something, you probably gonna end up going to jail. So nobody's trying to do anything to you. So you can be what you saying you not. Nobody's just not trying to do anything to you about it. It's not like to think about things in a prioritizing type way. If you're an artist, you need to prioritize how you look at every situation and circumstances dealing with you as an artist and your career. Now, again, like you say, personal stuff and what you personally have going on with somebody, that's different, because at the end of the day, you still going to have to be a person. You being an artist is entertainment. You are putting on a costume. You're putting on a role. You're trying to portray a role to the world in the form of entertainment.
Yeah. And that's what it's about.
This is where I think the line became blurry with being in the streets, being an artist, making music. All of these things ain't the same thing. Being in the streets ain't making music. Being an artist ain't being in the streets. All these things are different components. So again, if you're an artist, you need to prioritize whatever it is that you even got going on.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not that you can't be in the streets. It's just how to move in the streets, bro. Like, cause like Snook the rock star, right? I used to watch him.
Snook and Lamb.
Yeah. You know, he promote clubs and everything. He did everything. Any rapper that came out, he always helped them, bro. Like, that's one dude that I can actually say that about.
Who?
Snook the Rockstar. Like, when he was popping, he would still bring other people on with him. Like, he wasn't like a hater and like, you know, blocking nigga from not getting his music out too.
What I remember Snook, I was on tour with Snook, Diedrich and Diggs, R.I.P. Diedrich.
Who was DJ?
When I came back to Columbia the second time, I was working with, you know, Big Mo and shit, right? And the mayor, you know what I'm saying, free the Mo, Big Mayor, the Mo mayor, Big Mo, my dog. But yeah, I was working with Mo, and they seen the work I was doing with Mo and them boys on that promo shit, and ran into Diggs. They hit me up like, yo, but he was Diggs and Diedrich, they was the niggas that, from what I know, was the niggas that was putting money behind Snook.
Oh,
at that time, and there was another nigga too.
What was the name of that group?
What was the dude? What was the other dude? Chris E.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Back
I think Piezo had
Chris E.
I think Piezo.
Yeah, but yeah, Snook. We went on tour, nigga. Like that was the first nigga that I seen that I worked with personally that was on tour. What was the name of that fucking tour?
Snook talking about, he was talking about the tour with Rick Ross.
Yeah,
Boosie.
Rick Ross, Plies, Boosie. Nigga had
he
songs.
was on that one.
Nigga had songs with. I think he had songs with Lil Wayne. He had songs with everybody that was on that fucking tour.
Snook was that dude.
Yeah, Plies, like he was the first big nigga. Even he was the first artist on Buck TV when I first launched Buck TV. He was the first nigga because I was putting that shit together.
He in that generation with Piezo, I feel like.
Yeah, he with us. Yeah, he definitely with us.
He was after Piezo. As far as like, you know, when I came, Piezo was, I don't know what he was doing when I was with Piezo the first time.
He was in the spin of it. He was at the beginning, like.
So when I came back, because when I was fucking with Pete, that was like early like 04 when I was fucking with P.
Snook was around then.
Yeah, see, I ain't knew him then though.
Yeah,
but I went
yeah.
back home for a couple years and came back in like summer 07, and that's
Yeah.
when I linked back with them niggas, and Snook was like that nigga.
That's what we was doing them damn
I'm
shows on
talking about-
301 though at that damn big ass field.
Yeah.
Yeah, them boys had that.
Nigga, Snook was the first nigga with the billboard truck.
Cause
With his shit on.
was DJ Cleve messing with him, or DJ Cleve was from around that area too?
Cleve from
Santee, ain't it? Somewhere like
is
that.
it Santee?
I don't know. I know DJ Cleve be.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ Cleve be cranking that shit up.
Yeah.
Cleve is from like I think the PD area.
Yeah, he from that's where it's at, Santee up
See, like bruh,
Yeah,
that's
down
26 you
Bowman and
busted.
all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Say,
telling
Cleve
you.
big
See,
nigga now.
yeah.
South Carolina has a whole chitlin circuit. I don't know if nobody's aware. Because people don't speak about this shit. Artists speak on this shit in the sense of, yeah, I be here and I do this here, but South Carolina got like a whole chitlin circuit that
listen.
people just travel and go on to flourish within their career.
Bruh,
You
bruh,
right.
think about every major fucking artist. They come through here.
Mm-hmm.
They like we are part of that chitlin circuit. Like it's mandatory. We one of them mandatory markets to come to.
Oh, boy.
It don't matter.
Bubbling?
Y'all ain't heard
Bruh.
old boy say that from Duct Tape. What's my man, your boy? That's on the Big Facts. What's his name?
Black.
Yeah,
Bank.
Black.
Bank said once you get your first show in South Carolina, you out of here.
Yeah, bro.
He said that on Big Facts.
Bro, this
You
ain't
watch his artists do it.
Yeah. This ain't
We've
nothing.
seen this.
This ain't nothing new. You
what he
can go
said.
back as far as you want to go with it. Every major artist in the fucking industry come through here, whether you know it or you don't know it. You feel me? Like,
Hey, wasn't y'all the first people to bring Soulja Boy?
What, like
this
Rich
before-
Homie Quan?
yeah.
I'm saying for real though, right?
Nah, that shit online. You can find.
See, he
I got this
always
nigga
the
in
first
in the
person
hotel.
to be like, he the first artist to do. Bro, we was the first people to have Soulja Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
bruh.
you go online right now. You type in Soulja Boy, Buck TV. It like I got this nigga was like still had the rubber chain from
Like that.
MySpace and shit. Him and A-Rap. We had the hoes in the hotel and shit. This nigga,
Where y'all was at?
Hardyville.
Hardyville? Y'all brought that food to Hardyville?
But we had this big ass. The Mexican boys had the Migos had the ranch.
Yeah.
and the shit hold probably like 1,500, 2,000 people. Nigga,
What?
like yeah, we had the nigga.
He
out.
packed it up?
Bro, that shit so big, he ain't packed that shit out.
I'm
But
just
it,
saying,
but it was a
lot
nice
of people.
crowd. Yeah, it was a nice crowd. Yeah.
I'm talking about, bro, nobody heard of him at that time. Nobody
Yeah.
in Columbia. I
But
promise
bro,
you
when we was
nobody
doing
heard of Soulja
it
Boy.
was me, my brother Merle, and I forgot who the fuck we used to. It was some other cat.
How the hell you found that fool?
Bro, I was on my
YouTube,
internet shit.
probably.
Yeah, no. Nigga, YouTube ain't even hit like that. Like YouTube just started type shit. You feel me? We was on MySpace, nigga.
Oh, see, yeah, it really was right before he did what he did. Because how he did what he did was on fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
With
I
then
told
the
you.
clickbait.
Yeah.
He was the
Bruh.
first artist to use clickbait.
He
Bro,
was.
what was the shit called? LimeWire, nigga. He would title his songs T.I. or 50 Cent, but when you download the shit on LimeWire, you remember LimeWire?
Yeah, I remember
That
LimeWire.
shit we used to, steal all the music offline
Yeah,
and
I
shit
used
for
to
free.
jack like a mug on that.
But yeah, that nigga used to title that shit 50 Cent in the club, but you download the shit, it's Soulja Boy.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, he was ripping the game, though. He was smart.
Yeah, he was the real finesse at that time.
You got to give him that.
On some young nigga shit. You feel me? And
He was the first to do a lot.
yeah.
He gonna have to shoot the fade with me for Trug.
Bro, I was supposed
What
to. I was
this nigga
supposed to
Trug?
shoot this nigga first video.
I'm gonna shoot
talking
the
about-
fade with him. I'm gonna shoot video.
Hold on.
Who you say for trouble?
Yeah, but anyway.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hold on. What the fuck you just say?
He be doing too much.
Who?
Everybody be doing too much.
Oh, okay.
You know, you got to be accountable.
I'm about to say, nigga. You know, I'm gonna say the name, nigga. Who you talking about, nigga? Let's
Oh,
get
no,
it.
you was just talking about him. We talking about
Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah, Soulja Boy. Then he done blew up. He kind of switched up a little bit, but nigga
Shit
went through.
different.
Nigga went
State
through.
always
Look,
change.
ain't nothing wrong with that though, cause
State
like
always
you
change.
gotta understand, like I don't trip when people change, right? You supposed to change, right? But the nigga done went through so much personal shit. You done had so many personal loyal issues when niggas betrayed him and shit. So
He just shot a nigga in the house.
yeah, you don't like.
I remember
don't,
that
You don't
story.
trip about it.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. But you don't
Soulja
trip
Boy
on a
done been
nigga
through
for
some
you
shit.
never trip on a nigga for just moving different now.
No.
Like you don't know what that nigga went through personally, so
Right.
I can't comprehend fucking with you like
Or
that.
his
You know,
mindset at
yeah,
this
I
time,
don't. Nigga, we used to kick it.
I go by simple rules with stuff that like my mama and shit told me. mind your business. Don't tell on people. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't
Shut
say
the fuck
it.
up.
So one of my rules that's one of my biggest rules. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it.
Yeah.
So if I don't mention somebody, just know they probably done did some bitch ass shit I just don't want to mention or just don't want to go into detail about or waste energy on the names or X,
Man,
Y, and Z.
it's like
because people probably put some shit in comments about
Nigga,
why you ain't saying something about that.
without that goes without saying, nigga. If I ain't mention your shit and what, motherfucker, like I ain't been thinking about you, nigga. Like you, and if I fuck around and forgot you, I just fucked around and forgot you. But nigga, don't be acting like no bitch because I ain't mention your fucking name.
No, but that be a lot of the stuff that be going on with just the entertainment. That's what I'm saying. Like being an artist ain't just being an artist. You got to. It be a whole lot of other life skills you gotta have with being a fucking human being.
When the last time somebody checked on you, right? Like if I don't talk to you on the regular, nigga, I'm damn near gonna forget about you.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, life goes on, but at the same time, that don't mean that you ain't got no love for them because you don't talk to them.
Ain't no love.
And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I had a situation going on with a girl that I was talking to, and I just stopped talking to her for about a week or two, just randomly, and she got upset because she didn't hear from me. So I was like, well, I just didn't want to talk to you. Like, I was doing what I was doing. Like, I be doing a lot of shit. She was like, well, whatever the case may be. Everybody kind of looks at stuff different. I don't look at nobody for how they do what they do, because they may do what they do the way they do it for a reason that makes sense to them. Because I do stuff the same way. Like, if I don't want to talk to you, I'm not going to fucking talk to you.
Yeah, females emotional though. Once you start talking to them, man, you got to have a consistent. They want consistency. All females, that's how they are.
Man, female niggas, but niggas act like shit bitches too. And you know, hey, bro, nigga, you see me, bro. I'm busy,
niggas are more
nigga.
bitches now than bitches are. And bitches are more of niggas now than niggas are.
Man, everybody getting their feeling and they call my phone, I don't pick up. I'm like, look, nigga, I'm dealing with mental issues, motherfucker. I'm trying to focus and shit. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
I'll tell you, bro, having to deal with everybody, you know, because everybody have all these different kind of thought patterns and stuff.
Man, see that shit go. You got to go on some other shit. Right?
No, I ain't even about to talk about it no more. I'm leaving that shit alone. I don't even want to talk about it.
And then, but the thing is, it's crazy because I feel like a lot of the artists that be even like, and I'm talking about hip hop. A lot of the artists that even be artists now have mental issues. Like it be a lot of mental shit going on. How can you deal with the artist? It don't even be the necessarily going to make the songs or coming up with this, that. It be actually dealing with the artist on a mental level.
Man, you gotta think, right? When you dealing with people, everybody ain't professional. On a business sense, everybody not professional. As far as like how you say, stay in your lane, do it. Like people don't know to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers be overstepping on every fucking thing because they don't understand mentally what the fuck they supposed. You gotta think, man, that shit goes so deep. Like the way niggas eat, the way like motherfuckers don't know how to decompress the shit that's going on. Like let that shit out. They don't know how to handle that. They don't have no type of what social skills or even personal skills, how to deal with your fucking self. Like niggas just like to lash out and say shit and for attention. You don't know what the fuck a nigga dealing with personally. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay out the way, because I don't got time to fuck you up over you not knowing how to deal with your personal shit.
I want all the men, because all men gonna end up going through this at some point in their life with trying to figure out stuff with finances. Finances is real big to everybody. So if you're an adult, so I think it's important when you get to that financial crisis in your life, when you're trying to figure out stuff about money and shit like that, you need to figure out what's going on with yourself. Because, bro, I'm telling you, I done seen so many situations where niggas be in like financial situations where it be fucked up. Niggas go rob, niggas go do crazy shit. But the thing is, you don't have to do any of that kind of shit. Like all you need, like friends, I'm just talking like credit,
That
going
shit,
to get a job. It be simple things that be solutions to problems that niggas be trying to figure out, but go do something else that makes the situation worse.
That shit goes so deep. You know in our younger years, you used to do the dumbest shit, kicking in doors and all that stupid shit, right?
Oh my God.
Just because that's from a lack of guidance, lack of education, and you can't blame your parents because they stuck in the system trying to work to survive, so they don't got the time to put into a nigga. Not saying everybody, not saying everybody household was like that, but I know from where I'm from, nigga, like the shit was like that,
But you can go back in history, man. They've been doing that. Everybody been doing that forever, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's nothing changed.
Yeah, and you gotta think, and then when niggas do find out the information, it's more so they trying to keep it to themselves. Right. So you like, nigga, I've attached myself to a mindset of each one teach one, right? From an early age. So when I learn some information, I'm trying to bring it back to my tribe or my brethren that I felt that I grew up around. But when I used to get this shit out to niggas get it, run off with it, and don't like, nigga, I told you because I'm trying to work for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, and that shit burnt the nigga out in a sense that where like I can't really change that. I'm still like that. Like if I fuck with you and I see you trying to put the effort in to really elevate, okay, nigga, let's share this information. I had to learn how this money shit work, this credit shit work. You know what I'm saying? Once I figured it out, okay, I know I can't get mad at nobody but myself now. So nigga, it's a patience game. Shit take time. And the only way you're gonna learn that by going through the shit.
Okay. Now,
so when you go to teaching or like snatch up some young niggas, so and it's our responsibility as some OG niggas now. All right, let's put together some type of non-profit organizations to where
my goddamn responsibility.
No.
You just said on the last episode that was your responsibility to be their daddy. You ain't say that?
I said that's why I'm here to do that. I didn't say nothing about no fucking responsibility.
No.
If you're here to do that, what is that?
Man, bro.
I'm asking a question. You did, bro. It was what you said.
What did I just say just now?
Okay, cool.
Hey, but listen, but that's not everybody's responsibility.
It ain't mine.
And you're
I'm
right.
telling you that right now.
And he got the right to say that.
Look at me.
But listen.
Okay.
But and not saying, nigga, I gotta change the whole world, but like that shit start with your son, your nephew, your niece.
Everybody do
it. So it starts with your immediate.
The village.
Yeah.
You
So you know what I'm saying? You can't just go out and fuck with a stranger. But if you connect with a stranger like that, that's cool. But your neighbor, you know what I'm saying? Like whoever you able, God put you in a situation to be attached to somebody's life. You feel me? You know, so you know, it's your responsibility to do that, especially with bloodline. You know that immediate shit. You ain't got to go out and do the fucking world. You can't, nigga. By the time you work with the one motherfucker, it might take you a long time just to get.
I don't even necessarily agree with no goddamn family.
This is the thing. But this is the thing about.
I'm doing what I need to do for myself to be the example
okay,
for everybody.
But we talking about. See, this is what we ain't even talking about that no more. We just talking about the collective of Carolinas, right? If, like you said earlier, right, 2 big states. If you was one, you wouldn't have to eat outside of here. So you have to make a sacrifice in order to deal with these people. Like you have to, if you see somebody that's doing bad if they from Fayetteville or something like that, pick that fool up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, when people be like, okay, it ain't my responsibility, this, that, third. It's not, really. It's not nobody's responsibility. But if you want to make something go ahead of itself in the future, you got to have more than one person.
Man, like I said, this shit is wide. This shit is deep. You gotta,
you got too much personal shit going on.
Yeah, you know, and that be the main thing. Everybody dealing with personal issues. Everybody got their personal issues they trying to figure out, and not even realizing it takes a group to really figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have a piece of the puzzle that I'm missing, but that'll complete my shit, and I might have the same thing for you or whoever. You know what I'm saying? But you know. You get tired of burning yourself out for trying to work with this motherfucker, work with that motherfucker. But that's what I say. It's a mentality of the people.
Look, it's a mentality of the people.
I'm not gonna change who I am. I'm gonna change what I do and who I do it with.
Exactly.
Now, so the people who are supposed to be working with you are going to come to you.
I'm
not chasing
you do gotta have you gotta, just like any type of job or whatever it is, you gotta vet that motherfucker before you just let that motherfucker in. You know what I'm saying? Like do you compliment what the fuck I'm doing and do it, and vice versa. Look, if not, nigga, we don't need to be.
I'm about to go through a list of names, right? Some of these people y'all may know or y'all may not know, but one I kind of want y'all to go through so y'all can bring y'all self up to speed with some of the people I mentioned, because I'm just kind of, because we ain't got time to mention everybody, so I kind of want to just do some honorable mentions for everybody. Trap Poppy, Rex, again. You got JG in Charlotte. Valley Gang. We ain't mentioned too many women. Lex. Lex makes some good music.
She young?
18. Lex got the show with the girls, the Baddies Club. Lex kind of don't even, I ain't even gonna say she don't do music no more, but she's more like into the television and all that kind of stuff, the TVs.
She from Columbia?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I ain't want to interrupt that because
18 Vino was somebody that passed
okay,
away, but
I
he was
remember
somebody.
that name
He
Jetson Shaming.
he's in a short list of like people I feel like are superstars. You got regular stars, and then you got like superstars. He was one of them people. When I first heard him, I knew he was a superstar. Kuzco done been around for a minute. He done been doing his thing for a minute, but he's still in the mix. He still be doing his thing. You got SOAD. You got Backdoor. You got Tay Blocker. He from Sumter too. Count Up, Tay Blocker. All like the Sumter area. They got like a lot of motion with that music and shit. Again, Sip, Tick. We forgot to mention Foreign. Rest in peace, Foreign. He was a producer.
Okay.
He was around. He was in the mix with Jetson and all this. The whole Jetson, Foreign.
Okay.
Quizzy Kane, one of them people who he does music, but he doesn't drop a lot of music. But when he drops his music, he drops good songs. Like I like the songs, I like the energy, and I like the love for just what he puts into the songs when he do them. NGYL, he from Spartanburg, so he was in the mix around. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of content from him lately, but he was around this time like with DZ when he was first doing his thing. He got some shit on YouTube with Nudie, with Young Nudie.
Oh, okay.
NGYL, Big J, Jay Jordan from here. Big J is from like, if I'm wrong, I'm correct me, but I think it's Winsboro or somewhere in that area. Tay Teasy, Weezy K. Those two have probably some of the biggest catalogs of artists that I know of. Them two and Mac have some of the biggest catalogs of artists that I probably know of. They make nonstop music. B-Lord, Louis V, and DJ Puff. These were people that were kind of like doing stuff with the music on an event level, like at events, playing records, doing this, doing that. Like, it's a lot of these people, the DJs that played a big part, the DJ Squibs, all the DJs that played a part in actually getting the music to people that weren't getting the music when they was just living their regular life.
I know one thing. Go ahead.
I ain't mean to cut you. Yeah, do y'all remember Team Iraq?
Yeah.
Bounce around my pants sack.
Yeah, where they from?
I want to say, I don't know exactly where they're from. I think they're from like the Orangeburg area, somewhere off in that area, that country. Them niggas had, when I say club record, I got video footage of the crowd, like when the shit, you know when that record dropped, the whole crowd go.
Yeah, I remember that. That was back in the day.
I got some, Rob Lowe had shared a clip.
For real?
That I had on YouTube.
Roy?
Roy.
Who was that dude?
Hold on. Let me finish this.
I remember Roy though.
Yeah, Roy too. Roy definitely from the Orangeburg area.
Yeah, he
got that song. But when that record dropped, those records dropped, but that Pants Sag record dropped, I'm talking about that shit had the club going stupid.
Them like hood hard. Them was the kind of them impacts in the club.
Oh my God, bro! Like, yeah, that and it's crazy that it was captured because you don't really see that shit you know, when you mention them Carolina artists and shit, bro, the crowd was going crazy, like as if it was a Jeezy or T.I. or like the new hit record that I'm like, yo, that shit is still electrifying before the internet was going crazy like it is now.
I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people don't know though.
What that?
You know that who was behind here, who I considered was behind Headhunters back in the day?
Who?
That boy Chuck Nice, you remember him?
I don't
Chuck
know
Nice
Chuck Nice,
Studios.
but Chuck Nice was the name that always was
the
brought
DJ?
up.
He was the DJ, but he had a studio.
With the studio.
Him
He
and-
recorded
Chuck Nice
Greens
and
and
WWDM.
Prince Ice, yeah.
him and Prince Ice was some of the first people that I know that was pushing, old school stuff like
Yeah.
that. But Chuck Nice, bro, that's where Collard Green come from. That's where 9 Mil come from.
I remember them. I remember
sure
Chuck
do.
Nice.
You know
I
what I'm
don't know
saying?
him personally, but I remember that name.
Because one of them
Yeah.
had a truck.
Yeah, Chuck Nice.
Chuck Nice
And Prince Ice.
Prince Ice had a truck. Prince Ice had the truck. Yeah, both of them probably had a truck.
Yeah, and that was crazy because like that was one of the first times I went to the studio with Collard Green with PAs. It was in Chuck Nice studio, and a lot of people don't be talking about him, but Chuck Nice is a legend out here.
I'm gonna mention my dog K from Spartanburg because it's a lot of people out here that's getting music money. Like how you told the story about Twin D having the money for his artist when it's a lot of people out here who handling their business the right way.
Definitely.
So he's a person that that I consult with about marketing and the different ways to do stuff, staying on top of shit.
Right.
So you don't have to be famous to have a career in music. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know who you are, how you're supposed to be doing what you're doing. And when you continue to do what you're doing for yourself, all the stuff will start flowing with coming to you as far as stuff to help you get to a different level of doing what you're doing.
Right.
Man, any workforce, work field or whatever, you gotta know your shit. Simply, you want to get paid, know your shit.
Right.
You don't know your shit, learn the shit.
You know what I forgot to ask y'all?
What?
From my boy from Charlotte, right?
Who?
This fool ended up making you remember Domino from back in the day from the West Coast? You remember
Yep.
Domino?
One of my favorite songs.
Hey, guess what? You
Here
need to
we
check
go,
out
here
that
we
boy
go.
Elevator J.
Okay.
That boy Elevator
Yeah,
J
yeah.
remade that shit. He from Charlotte.
Yeah,
Remember I
yeah,
asked you
yeah,
about
yeah,
him?
yeah.
Man, I'm talking about, bruh. When I started listening to that dude, how he did it, you couldn't even tell it's the song until you listen to it.
Right.
His name Elevator J from
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Hard as hell. Apollo put me on to him.
Right.
Yeah, Apollo put me on to a lot of the underground artists that's real tight. And Elevator J is a real good one because boy, I ain't heard that song in a minute. That
Man,
Domino,
man,
he remade it. It's hard.
We need to. I'm gonna put a list of the fucking video directors.
Yeah. We need to do that too.
Cause you know how like I say, the artists, the
Yep.
producer,
But even with Capo naming the DJ, the DJs, we need to do a DJ list too.
and me being in that video field, I gotta highlight the importance of a video director, videographer, cameraman, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Nigga, them niggas are important as shit.
Hell
They
yeah,
bring
they give you an
everything the
image.
artist has in their head to life.
And the fact that them niggas is fucking underpaid.
Very.
And like the value of the videos, nigga, ain't no way 10 years later, 15 years later, the price of the fucking videos are I used to charge $300, nigga, back in 2004.
It's just like $50 now.
See,
Thank
we
Them
need
kitchen
to,
videos.
Look, we finna take us out. We finna take us out with this because we need to gain back more power and control of what's going on. One, the control, so we can be more intentional with what we want. If a motherfucker want $1 million with this music, nigga, we can make that shit happen here. The power, nigga, is too many other people that have the power to do what they want to do with your shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get this. Let's get everything together. And people, the young niggas, fuck with me because of the intentions that I got. Like my intentions is just we need to win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want to do to see us win? If it's something you not with, shit, we don't got to do that shit. But we need to know what it is we have in front of us, so we can start making some marks, setting these goalposts, so we can start knocking down these goals.
I just think the first thing, separation. I mean, my first thing is to cut the separation. Make it Carolinas, not North and South. And that's the first mark we should do. So we should know more North Carolina artists, underground. They should know our artists. We should blend together.
I'm gonna be honest. It took me a while to accept that because I do not like being from South Carolina and knowing that we gotta be a whole with North Carolina, knowing we don't got shit to do with no fucking North Carolina.
Yeah, we do.
I'm giving you my opinion.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. So I just want to know.
Speak for me.
I just want to know
how I
go
feel.
ahead.
This is how I feel.
Okay,
like we here every day. I'm here every day with my South Carolinians.
Yeah.
I got so much love for North Carolina, bro. I got family there, bro.
and
I be there.
And I lived up there. I lived in Charlotte and shit. So you know, for a smooth 10. So you know, just being able to, you know, be in the culture of Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, traveling to the different cities. You know, Raleigh and shit, all the other little towns in between. You know what I'm saying? All the college towns and shit. Wilson. You know what I'm saying? East Carolina. You know, Kingston. All Goldsboro. Yeah, like you know. So just being able to network with my people from North Carolina, like it's about just networking with the tribe, bro.
One thing that people don't know about North Carolina, Raleigh is one of the richest cities in there. Man, them the only people that got a Rolls Royce dealership around here.
Look, the money. Come on, bro. That North Carolina got the money. I ain't gonna hold you. Them niggas got money.
Yeah, man, you got
any city, any state or city with professional football and basketball and you know what I'm saying, like sports team. Yeah, money there.
Yeah.
Skyscrapers.
Exactly. So that's just for me.
We gone. So I didn't accept it. I didn't need them to convince me to accept that or not. I did it on my own.
Yeah,
but,
well.
You know.
Just another dumbass podcast, man.
Yo.
We out today.
Another dumbass podcast, motherfucker. Germ Life, motherfucker. Peace. 29 Merch Landing. Your boy B.I. to the motherfucker GA, Mr. Buck TV. We out this bitch.
Like that.